Bree, obviously, your first regular season start, so congrats on that.
Thank you.
But coming at a difficult time with a bit of a makeshift back line, but how are you feeling after the game and the shift that the back four put in?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we had a couple of our key players out, so I think people stepped up, and I think, going down a goal with a PK, I think the team did a really good job of coming back into the game, for sure.
Danielle, you got one?
With it being early in the season, it being kind of this makeshift back line, as you're talking about, is that easier, I guess, when formations haven't been necessarily solidified with lineups? You guys are all still kind of, making your way into figuring out who's playing at what points. Is that, find it easier to do, I guess?
Maybe a little bit easier in the beginning of season. I think with how quickly we had to make that decision, I don't think it was quite as easy, but definitely easier than it would have been, down the line in the season for sure.
Luis, go ahead.
Hi, Brianna. The relationship you had tonight with Carrie was perfect. You guys had 58 completed passes between you and her, over 116 passes total, completed passes. Is that something that's been brewing in practices that we're just seeing now? And how was it to start again? Your first start of the season.
Yeah, I mean, it felt really good to start. Obviously, there were a healthy amount of nerves before the game. Me and Carrie Abello definitely were talking all week long about just sticking together as the two center backs and definitely starting the build for our team and just making sure that we valued the ball and made sure that we kept it as much as we could during the game.
You mentioned it in one of your first comments about the team fighting back from being down. You guys did it in the last game. You guys did it this game. How big is that for that team to be able to know that you guys can, even if you guys are down, you have the chance to fight back and get more points?
Yeah, I mean, last year that was something that I felt like we didn't do as well, so that was a big focus for us coming into the beginning of this season. We wanted to start better than we did last year, so I think just getting the 1 point out of, coming back in the game. So, I think that was huge for the first two games for sure.
Go over to Sean.
You guys had arguably the better chances in the first 45 minutes and then quickly give up that penalty in the second half. Can you talk about the mentality of the team following that penalty?
Yeah, I think the penalty was unfortunate, but I think we still maintained possession most of the time. I think our mentality didn't change. If anything, we were putting more numbers forward because we knew that we needed to score, but I think even with the PK happening, our mentality stayed the same throughout the entire game, and we ended up getting the point. So,
anything else for Bree? Cool. Thanks, Bree.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We are going to get started with goalkeeper Anna Moorhouse. We'll have defender Bree Martinez next, and then we'll finish off with Seb Hines. Anna, just getting started. Obviously, another come from behind to pull out a point. Just how are you feeling after this match?
Obviously, we want 3 points every week. I think under the circumstances of this week, we had a little bit of a makeshift back line. I think we had 4 full-backs playing across the back line. But I thought we defended really well. And I think this is the Orlando prize you're going to see this season, is a team that's going to work and it's never going to give up. This is the second game in a row we've come back late in the game. So I think a point is a good thing for us.
All right. Tina?
You had some incredible saves on the night, and you were talking about how you worked with kind of a different back line today. What does that kind of show about this team's depth, that you guys can have some different variety of working together and still pull out a very good result?
Yeah, I mean, I think it shows that anyone can play. Anyone has the ability to play anywhere, and I think that's the beauty of this team and this squad. Like, we're so together that I can have Carrie Abello and Bree playing centre back when they're not centre backs, and I trust them to do the job of a centre back because I trust them, they trust me, and we have that mutual trust that we're going to get the job done.
Go to Nathaniel and then to Luis.
Compared to last season, y'all were always giving up points late, but as it started this season, y'all are getting points late. How much does that mean for the team, kind of flipping the script compared to last year?
I mean, it means we have 2 points instead of 0 at the same point of the season last year. Obviously, we want 6 points, but 2 points is definitely a positive compared to last year. And it was something that we looked at in the off season as to how to manage games. And I think we've done that in the past 2 games. We've recognized that maybe we're not in a position to go and get that last minute winner when we've just got the equalizer. I think Angel City last year we equalized late on, and then we're searching for a winner and they score. So I think we've learned from last year to kind of shut up shop and like take the points and work on next week.
Luis?
Thank you, Anna. You guys seem to be very tight and compact each and every single game, every practice. It seems like there's a new mentality. How special was to see not only the young cats kind of on the back line, but also Marta scoring a goal tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I had the perfect view of Marta's goal. I saw it go all the way over the top, and then Marta's just at the back post. Yeah, it was a really good finish. And yeah, like, the back line was very young too. That's another point. Like, not only was it a makeshift back line, it was a very young back line. I think I was the oldest one in there by quite a lot, like four years maybe. So yeah, it was an inexperienced back line, but we stuck together and we got the result. That's the beauty of the team.
Any other questions for Anna? All right. Thanks,
Cool.
Anna.
Thank you guys.
All right, everyone, we're going to wrap up with head coach Seb Hines. Seb, just another come from behind draw for the team, kind of fighting till the end. Just how you feel after this one?
Yeah, I mean it's an emotional game, of course. You know, you have the highs and lows, but overall, I'm super proud of the team and the players to show that sort of resilience, to never give up. You know, it's difficult when everything's going against you, but you look at that group of players and they wear their hearts on their sleeves and they give absolutely everything. And you know, I'm so proud of them to get something at the end of it because they fully deserved it.
Danielle, you get started?
Hey, Seb. Marta, of course, got that finish, but she, throughout the whole match, was really pushing, and, you know, she got the yellow, but she was, you know, playing hard and playing with a lot of passion. You could see when certain calls went certain ways, she was very emphatic about things. What does that do to this team when she is making such a positive impact and knowing that that's still where she's at in her career?
I've said it from the start, you know, Marty's our heartbeat. She's the core of the team, and you know, when she has that passion like you talked about, you know, it really transfers to the rest of the players. And I think you could see the energy of her, the energy of the staff, the players, the fans, and you know, it just gets that overall feeling amongst the group to really push on and get something at the end of it. And you know, she fully deserved a goal because of what she's done in this game and previous games. And you know, I'm really happy for her to get rewarded with the goal and the equaliser today.
Go to Alonzo, and then we're going to jump to the Zoom.
Thank you. How are you, Coach? Coach, Angel City bro, Alyssa Thompson, Messiah Bright, and you have a center defenders that they did amazing today. I know the score, but they did amazing overall. Abello and Martinez, what are your thoughts about the center backs?
They were incredible. I said from the start, you know, the way the game's going and it's evolving, you can't just pigeonhole players into one position. You know, they have to be versatile, and that's why we select the players at this team and at this club. And so they were fully prepared. They knew what was at stake today. I thought they handled the Angel City's forward line really well. And, you know, the goal comes from a PK. So, yeah, it's tough because, you know, you don't want to give up goals like that. But I thought overall the back line, they were brilliant. They were fully together. They were communicating really well. They were confident in everything that they did. And, you know, it's really important that we have those sort of characteristics amongst the group. It doesn't matter, again, if you're a right back, you know, can you fill in at centre back? And I thought with the absentees, with, you know, Rafa, Kylie, Emily all missing, I thought those two were terrific tonight.
Go to Dan Laletta on the Zoom, and then to Sean in the room.
Thanks. I said Dan Laletta from Equalizer. It looked like early second half they kind of had control of the game for a little bit. Was there anything they did to adjust at halftime, and is there anything that you did after that to kind of take momentum back?
Yeah, we made a sub. Ali Watt coming into the game was unrestricted minutes. You know, you got to be very careful with a player with Ali Watt's qualities. She runs at high speeds, and coming off a hamstring injury, you have to be careful. So, you know, we thought it was best for her to play the first half, set a tempo, and you know, we were unfortunate not to get the first goal, but it is what it is. And we felt in the second half we needed to get a little bit more control in the game. You know, we played Marty as a central player with Mo Galtrout underneath, and bringing on Luana and Angelina, and just control that middle and get a few more passes through the middle. It wasn't the case, but that's okay. You know, we moved forward. I thought the subs did a terrific job making an impact, and you know, like I said, it's really important that every player feels valued and knows their role and plays a part in what we're trying to achieve this year. So, yeah, compliments to all the players and what they did this evening.
Well, Sean and then Luis.
For all the time I'm sure you spend on set pieces, have you ever had a player that open on a corner kick like that?
Yeah, myself one time. But in all seriousness, we do work on set pieces. You know, they can be a important part of your game, and you've seen in the last two games we've managed to get 2 points with 2 set pieces, and yeah, they've been executed very well. It's all about the delivery and the desire to go and score. So yeah, really pleased with the goal.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Sean.
Last week, Summer Gates gets the goal. Tonight, Amanda Allen helped win the corner that results in the goal. Can you talk about the development of those young attackers and how important it is to see them contributing?
No, it's really important. You know, last year we had a lot of young players, and we had to rely on a lot of young players and guide them and make sure they're ready for this next step. And now you see the confidence within their game. Amanda comes on as a left winger, but we had to move her to right back. And that was because we're chasing the game. We're trying to win and trying to get as many attacking players on the field as possible. She wins the corner because of qualities of trying to take players on, and so and also never giving up. You know, she could have easily given up, but she wins it, goes again and wins the corner that ultimately gets us the point. So really pleased for Amanda. You know, Summer also coming on, making an impact. You know, she's worked extremely hard over the off season, and it's starting to show in her game. You know, Ali Lamos coming on in a centre mid role, and really looked at home in that position. You know, comfortable on the ball, picks the right passes. So I'm really pleased with the young players stepping up and feeling like they have a part to play in what we're trying to do this year.
Well, Luis and then Nathaniel to wrap up.
Hi, Sev. Good evening. I wanted to talk about Anna Moorhouse tonight. She had 30 completed passes. She had a phenomenal game, a lot of great saves, 8 recoveries. How can you tell us about the evolution of Anna Moorhouse and also her leadership quality, because she was very vocal today?
I think everyone needs to play that role, especially as senior players. You know, Anna's evolution within the club is in an upward trajectory. She's been really important for us, especially last year, and just continuing that form throughout the season. Again, is really important. You know, there's a lot of competition behind her. You know, we had Matt Crone on the bench today. You know, Sophia Manna is behind, and Kenna Caldwell as well. So she knows that she has to be on the top of the game, same as every other player. Because right now there's a player who's willing to do whatever it takes to earn that shirt. So that's an overall culture thing around the building that, you know, you have to be on top of your game, because, you know, there's someone there who wants that starting spot.
Nathaniel?
Last season, you were here many times giving up points late, whether it was 3, whether it was 1. Tonight, and also last week, you guys were able to get 1 point late. How nice is it now that you guys are getting the points later versus giving them up?
Yeah, it's massive. There's no way other way to say it. like you said, we learned a lot last year. We learned the hard way last year, especially early on in the season, giving up late goals, and it's something that we spoke about coming into the season and how we manage the game, and having that self-belief that even when we're 1-0 down, that we can still get something out of the game. And so the players have fully bought into that. You can see, their desire, their determination, their belief towards the end of the game. And I even think towards the end that we're actually seeing it out all the way. This is a good point for us. Of course, we would love 3, but again, under the circumstances, same as last week, getting these points, we're 2 points better off than we were last year, and we finished the season really well. We still got players to come back from injury and can play a part in the squad. So we're in a really good place right now. Obviously, we would love to get 3 points, but again, it's another hard fought point, and we just need to continue that momentum going into the next game on Friday against Chicago.
All right, we'll wrap it there, and as Seb said, we'll see everyone next week when Chicago comes to town. Thank you.